they said out now.
Up in flames, chaos in Kearny as families are forced to evacuate with little time to prepare.
This fire is pretty much doubled about every hour out here.
Homes and buildings destroyed, lives turned upside down.
We just pray for them and hope they will be all right.
All this just the beginning of what could be a very active wildfire season.
And firefighters are working into the night as they try to limit the damage and keep this fire from spreading.
Yeah, we're just getting a better idea on where everything stands right now. A press conference wrapping up just within the past hour with flames still burning in the distance.
We're in the process of bringing more crews in and some more staff for tomorrow. So we're going to keep crews out all night to monitor the fire and to make sure it doesn't creep next to the trailer park here that's next to us.
So you heard it, crews are going to be out there all night long. This fire has now burned more than 300 acres. Still no containment on this. 2 homes, we've learned, have been destroyed. 300 people originally evacuated, but a few of them are being allowed back home tonight.
We have team coverage lined up for you. Chief Meteorologist Amber Sullivan's tracking the weather impact, and Justin Pizzera is near the front line hearing from the evacuees.
But we're going to start with John Erickson with a neighborhood put on alert and fearing they may be next to evacuate here.
Steve and Stephanie, we're standing in Breezeway RV Park. We're standing in the basketball court in the middle of this community, and you can see just how close these flames are tonight. We've been watching some flare-ups all throughout the night. You can see the flames where they are at this hour. Residents here estimating that's between about a quarter and a half mile away. They're watching with nervous eyes tonight, wondering, are these flames coming to my front door?
Do you remember the show Nature? Well, tonight it's required viewing, no TV required. And as the fireballs explode, we don't know how this episode ends. The Kearny River fire is burning closer and closer to this RV park that's home to about 75 people. It's just north of town.
My concerns is if it changes directions and comes up the canyon, then I'll be worried about my babies.
How close would it have to get for you guys to go bye-bye tonight?
If it hits that ridge right there.
You're out of here.
Yeah.
As the cacti turn black under this desert night, Ed Zurcher's ready to go too.
Now that it's dark and you can see the hot embers blowing in the wind, I'm just kind of getting a little bit concerned that the fire might work its way up one of these small canyons here.
Their beer, of course, wouldn't do much to fight the flames, but it can calm a few worries.
Right now, it's getting close. It's getting closer.
It'll likely be a sleepless night here with this wildfire as their nightlight.
Some residents of Kearny were forced to wait alongside the road as a roadblock kept them from home. And look at these flames right now. This happening live right here just after 10 o'clock at night here in Kearny, Arizona. Look at how close this is getting to Breezeway RV Park. People are standing out here on their stoop outside of their RVs. And some of the people that we've talked to are already packed, ready to leave if they have to. Some Kearny residents have been allowed to go back into town. There's no guarantee, though, Steve and Stephanie, that they'll actually be able to make it back to their homes if they're still under evacuation.
Boy, you can sure understand their concerns. Looks like the fire's getting closer by the minute. Thank you, John. Let's turn now to ABC 15's Justin Pizzera.
And Justin, we know you've been out there all day. So what's the mood like there tonight?
Yes, Stephanie, you know, it's very quiet. There is a red glow over the town right now, and it's actually kind of sad, but it's almost, at this vantage point, picturesque. A lot of people are just coming out here to take photos. I saw couples just sitting here just looking at this fire burn and get dangerously close to their homes. Parts of Highway 177 going into town were closed off today, keeping those residents back. They are allowed back in. Some of those residents are being allowed back in. And this has really been an emotional day for these folks. A lot of folks, they were at work. They were not allowed to go back in to get their belongings because they got to this roadblock at Highway 177 and weren't allowed to go any further. Holly Lewis stayed all day making sure the fire was not going to get too close.
It's just moving fast. I don't think tonight, but if they don't get it contained, then maybe. We probably won't sleep well.
So residents right now are being let back in pretty much block by block when authorities believe it's safe. Some firefighters are doing some structure protection, but again, a lot of people just standing out here watching this fire burn, the very fire that is keeping them from their homes tonight.
All right, thanks so much, Justin. We want to get a quick look at that Red Cross shelter in Superior. Tonight it's sitting pretty empty. It is set up for about 200 people or more. And we just heard from one man heading there as we speak. They are ready and waiting for him with food, water, cots, and medical staff.
And one major challenge in all of this, cell phone service can be really spotty in Kearny. This is actually a coverage map from Sprint, and you can see Kearny falls under their off-network roaming category. So contacting people who need to be evacuated, of course, as you can imagine, can be very difficult.
And as we take a look at some of the more remarkable shots of today's fire, a reminder tonight of what's really at stake. Kearny is nestled at the base of the Pinal Mountain Range, and the town bills itself as one of the best outdoor recreation sites in the state. ATV, hiking, and horseback trails are a huge part of this community, and any damage to those would be a huge loss.